Nobody, and I mean nobody, likes to pay an annual fee for a credit card. And so that's why, especially when we're new to the credit card game, or we're thinking about collecting points, churning, using those for travel, we're often drawn to the no annual fee credit cards in the market. Now, even though no annual fee credit cards tend not to have the best benefits on the cards, those tend to come when you pay an annual fee for the card. I still think that there's a reasonable role for no annual fee credit cards within a well-balanced credit card rewards portfolio. So in this video, let's talk about the best no annual fee credit cards here in Canada, and then I'll share with you where I think no annual fee credit cards fit into the wider portfolio of some of the strategy in play when you're considering picking up a no fee credit card. Do me a quick favor and hit that like button down below. Just definitely helps the video out with the YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's get started. So as a reminder, for some context, as we start out the video, don't forget that credit card points in Canada are largely divided into more powerful, more flexible point currencies that also take a little bit more work to maximize, and easier and simpler to understand point currencies that don't take quite as much work to actually use. Now, most no annual fee credit cards tend to be concentrated in the later category. They're easy, they're simple to understand. There are a few that do earn the more powerful rewards currencies. We're going to start with the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card. The only no annual fee Aeroplan co-branded credit card. This card has an annual fee of, well, $0, and it has an earnings rate of 1 Aeroplan point per dollar spent on Air Canada gas and grocery purchases, and one more plan point for every 1.5 spent on all other purchases. So the base earning rate actually is less than 1 point per dollar spent, which is not the best. However, the good thing about the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card is that it does have a sign-up bonus of 10,000 Aeroplan points for signing up and making your first purchase. That's pretty darn good for a no annual fee credit card, and on top of it, it also offers you preferred pricing on Air Canada flights when you redeem Aeroplan points as an ongoing perk of the card. It's pretty rare to see an actual tangible benefit like that on a no annual fee credit card. So preferred pricing can save you about 8% in terms of the Aeroplan points price whenever you redeem a point for an Air Canada flight. So it's pretty good perk, especially considering the $0 annual fee. If you're interested in collecting Aeroplan points but you don't want to shell out an annual fee on a credit card, then the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card will be your best choice. And speaking of choice, the American Express Choice card is the next no annual fee credit card on your list, with a pretty impressive sign-up bonus of 12,500 MR Select points. Now, you'll earn the 12,500 membership reward select points upon spending $1,250 in the first 3 months. Now, don't forget, membership reward select points are like the points you earn on the Cobalt card and Business Edge card, in that they cannot be transferred to airline partners. Instead, they can only be transferred to hotel partners like Marriott Bonvoy, and indeed 12,500 MR Select points would transfer into 15,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. The earning rate on the Choice card is also pretty good at a flat 1 MR Select point for every dollar that you spend on the card. So for me, between the earnings rate and the sign-up bonus, both of which are very competitive for a no annual fee credit card, the American Express Choice card is a very good choice. If you want to dabble in hotel loyalty program like the Marriott Bonvoy and earn points at a consistent rate, they can then transfer over to Marriott Bonvoy. That would be my pick. Alright, so we've highlighted 2 no annual fee credit cards that can help you maximize airline and hotel rewards respectively. But I think if you're in the market for a no fee credit card, then you might prefer something that's more simple to use and understand, even if it doesn't attain as much potential value as an airline or hotel rewards program. And if you're in that category, I think there's one card that's going to be a good fit in general for everyone, and a couple of other cards that might be a good fit for people in specific situations. The best general purpose no annual fee credit card in my view is the MBNA Rewards Platinum Plus Mastercard. This card has a relatively high sign-up bonus, base earnings rate, and pretty good credit card insurance, as well as a no-fee credit card. That's pretty much all you can ask for. The sign-up bonus on this card is 40,000 in rewards point, 5,000 points upon opening the card, and spending 500 in the first 3 months, another 5,000 points upon opting into electronic statements, and then an extra 2 bonus points per dollar spent on groceries, gas, restaurants within the first 3 months, up to $5,000 per category. And so that would add up to a total of 10,000 points per category. If you were to maximize that $5,000 spending limit within all the categories, that would add up to a total of 30,000 bonus points. Now, if we take a look at the regular earnings rates, it's going to be 2 MBNA rewards point per dollar you spend on groceries, gas, and restaurants, and 1 MBNA rewards point for every dollar spent on all the other purchases. And what you can do with the MBNA rewards points, well, you can redeem them for 1 cent per point for travel purchases through the MBNA rewards travel portal. And so effectively, you're gonna get 1% earnings rate on regular purchases and a 2% earnings rate on groceries, gas, restaurants. And again, for no fee credit card, those are some very strong earnings rates, but it actually gets even better with the MBNA Rewards Platinum Plus Mastercard, because it's one of the few no annual fee credit cards that there actually has a decent strong travel insurance package. You'll be covered in the event of common carrier accident, if there's accidental damage or burglary to your car, rental, or if you need to return home unexpectedly during your trip. And even better, the travel insurance applies even if you're traveling on points, and if you just charge the taxes and fees associated with your trip to the card. And for that type of coverage, that covers your spouse, your children. They don't actually need to be traveling with you for the travel coverage to kick in. So given the well-rounded balance between the sign-up bonuses, the earning rates, and the travel insurance, I think the MBNA Rewards Platinum Plus Mastercard is one of the best general purpose, no annual fee credit cards if you're looking for something simple and less complex than an airline or hotel loyalty program. Now, with that said, I do think it's worth it to highlight a few other no-fee credit cards that might make sense for the right type of individuals, starting with the Rogers World Elite MasterCard, which also has no annual fee and offers a solid 1.5% cashback on all purchases. Now, a flat 1.5 cashback is very strong for a no annual fee credit card. Keep in mind, it's only on Canadian dollar purchases. If you make US dollar purchases, then it's actually 3% cashback, but there's also a foreign exchange fee of 2.5%. So really, you're only coming out ahead by 0.5%. Now, the caveat on this card, despite the 1.5 earnings ratio, is that you actually need to spend $15,000 on the card every year in order to keep your World Elite tier. If you don't meet that $15,000 spend, Rogers will actually go ahead and unilaterally downgrade your card because you haven't met the spend for a World Elite card. They're one of the first issuers here in Canada, one of the only insurers thus far to actually take that kind of action if you don't meet that spend. So I think the Rogers World Elite might be a good fit if you're planning to get on a no annual fee credit card only and planning to put all your spending on the card and you're going to meet that 15,000 spending threshold. Otherwise, if you're going to combine this card with other cards in your portfolio, then it might not make that much sense to actually use Rogers World Elite, because if you don't meet the $15,000, you're going to get downgraded. Now, another no-fee credit card that might be worth considering, and we're getting a little bit more niche here, is the Desjardins Cashback Mastercard, which gives you 2% cashback on restaurants, transit, entertainment, and recurring bill payments, and there's no limits to the amount of 2% cashback that you can earn, even though there's other credit cards out there that might give you a higher return on these categories. Those higher returns tend to have limits associated with them, whereas the Desjardins Cashback Mastercard has no limits. So you want to consider how much you're spending every month. Is it concentrated in these categories of restaurants, transit, entertainment, and recurring bills? And if there's a high relatively proportion of your spending, then you might find that the Desjardins Cashback Mastercard or its equivalent Visa product will be a good fit for you. Now, if you find that your monthly spending tends to be concentrated outside of these categories, then you might find yourself better off with a card that lets you choose your own flexible bonus categories, such as the Tangerine World Elite Mastercard. There's no annual fee, and you can choose 2 out of 10 categories to earn 2% cash back. These are going to be groceries, furniture, restaurants, hotels, motels, gas, recurring bill payments, drugstore, home improvement, entertainment, public transportation. Now you can actually change your selections for this category once every 3 months, so you can tailor your 2% cashback earnings to whatever spending categories you're spending the most money in, and as time goes by. But the caveat here is that you wouldn't get points for any of these categories that you spend outside of the chosen category. So I wouldn't recommend using the Tangerine World Mastercard for all purchases. It's just going to be a good tool to combine with the other credit cards in your portfolio as you look to maximize your return on every dollar spent. Finally, as the last no-fee credit card on this list, if you want to keep things simple but still have the benefits of an American Express card like participating American Express offers, then consider the American Express Simply Cash Card, which gives you a flat 1.25% cash back on all your purchases. 1.25% is a fairly strong return for a no-fee card, and there's even going to be a promotional sign-up bonus of 2.5 cash back in the first 3 months, up to 100 in cash back in total. Having said that, the acceptance rate on the American Express Simply Cash isn't going to be as strong as some of the other Visa or MasterCards that we've mentioned on the list, and there's also a case to be made for that. If you're going for the American Express Simple Cash, you may also opt for the American Express Choice Card instead when you're earning a more powerful points currency, albeit a lower earnings rate. Alright, so now having summarized what I believe are the best no annual fee credit cards in Canada, so let's talk a little bit about where no annual fee credit cards actually fit within the wider credit card strategy. No fee credit cards are generally seen as an ideal starting point within the credit card game. They can be a good fit for you if you're a student, a lower income individual, or somebody who's building a new credit history from scratch. But even for more advanced credit card practitioners like yourself who also been pursuing more powerful credit card rewards out there with higher annual fees, there's still an important role to play for no annual fee credit cards, because these cards have no annual fee. Just keep them open year after year to prop up your credit history and have them continually to contribute to that average age of accounts, criteria on the credit card file, and other things. I should remind you, if you're averse to paying any credit card annual fees, is that yes, by all means consider the no annual fee credit cards that we talked about, but there's often better ways to earn rewards while still not paying any fees at all. For example, right now you can actually go ahead and sign up for the CIBC Aeroplan Visa Infinite, which gives you 20,000 Aeroplan points and an Air Canada Buddy Pass upon signing up for this card. Now, its first year is free, so you're not paying an annual fee in the first year, and then by the second year's time, you go ahead and downgrade that card to no fee CIBC Aeroplan Visa card. It would have come out ahead with even more earnings and even higher earnings rates in the first year compared to just getting the CIBC Aeroplan Visa card directly. It's a similar story if you apply for the MBNA Alaska Airlines Mastercard, which gives you 30,000 Alaska miles, which you can redeem for higher value trips, and you can then downgrade to the MBNA Rewards Platinum Plus Mastercard with no annual fee. But that we talked about earlier, of course. Don't forget to consider the fact that most credit cards out there will offer you a sign-up bonus or ongoing benefits that more than just justifies the annual fee that they charge, especially if you put a little bit of effort into understanding how to maximize them wisely. That's of course a grounding principle of most of what we're talking about here in the credit card game and here on this channel. But I think it's just something that's useful to remind you, those who are averse to paying some annual fees, that sometimes there's a reason why we pay those annual fees, and it's because we get more in return. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. Now, if you're one of those people who want to maximize your credit cards while keeping your out-of-pocket spending to absolute zero, then I highly recommend that you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Just click on the subscribe button below, and also let me know in the comment section below if you currently have a no annual fee credit card that you regularly use, and do let me know in the comment section below if you currently have a no annual fee credit card, which one you are using regularly, and if you're keeping it open in your stock drawer to help you build a credit history. And do let me know in the comment section below if you currently are using any no annual fee credit cards. I'd love to check them out as well. And if you do have any no annual fee credit cards that you're currently using, definitely drop them down in the comment section below. I'd love to check them out. Thank you again for sticking to the very end of this video, and I'll see you in the next video.